Back to school season marks the return to the classroom, but for some families, affording a school meal is becoming more and more difficult.
Our Wisconsin State Capitol Bureau Chief Vanessa Kelson investigates the rising costs of lunch debt and the impact it's having on families and schools across the state.
The lunchroom, filled with chocolate milk, pizza slices, and sharply rising debt. I filed open records requests across Wisconsin to track unpaid school lunch debt balances from 2023 to 2025. Now, the School District of Superior tells me they don't track district-wide debt, but here's what I found for the others. The Madison Metropolitan School District saw a 70% increase in unpaid debt. Green Bay Area School District up 41%. Wausau Area School District a 68% jump. And Eau Claire Area School District a 15% increase. Now, it's important to note that generous community donations wiped out Eau Claire's debt completely and brought Wausau's debt difference down to 27%. And after giving me these numbers, Green Bay now tells me they're not confident in them because a food service staff member created them instead of their director. I asked multiple times for numbers they were confident in. They didn't give me any, saying their IT department was busy. Still, the upward trend is clear. So with these numbers in hand, I spoke with volunteers, school administrators, and families in need to ask, what's feeding the debt?
Good morning. And a new shopper, too.
At Badger Prairie Needs Network in Madison, a line forms before the food bank opens, young children in tow.
I'm working a lot.
That's where we met Alexia. She's a single mom of 4 whose kids receive free lunches at school.
Even just getting them out to school in the morning, it's like, okay, I can get you a snack, but I know that when you get to school, you'll have breakfast and you'll have a snack, you'll have lunch. My children are going to be, taken care of.
But her family didn't always qualify for free meals. She says those lunch bills added up, making her one of the many Wisconsin families left with a negative balance.
It wasn't no $5, $6, $10 bill. It was substantial.
Alexia is here with her sister Alize, who tells me she's not surprised by the rising lunch debt totals.
Come on, look at the cost of food.
Tracy Burton has heard that story before. She's the food pantry director.
Most of the people that are coming to us have 1 or 2 or even 3 jobs.
She's seen a 6 times increase in need since before the pandemic. 25% of their guests are school-aged children. In Sauk Prairie at Bridges Elementary School, students line up for the familiar ritual.
There you are.
Jeff Wright is the Sauk Prairie superintendent. He says debt in his district stays low thanks to community support.
The kids behind me are 6 and 7 years old, and none of them have control over their family budgets.
But even if a child's account is negative, it doesn't mean they're always going hungry. Most Wisconsin schools have policies in place to feed kids, but there's no such thing as free lunch. Wright says school districts are absorbing the costs of those meals, and it adds up.
And so that does have an impact on the classroom, because if the district has to take money from one bucket to clear a negative in another, there are potential cuts that have to be made.
The debt may only climb. If a parent qualifies for Medicaid or SNAP, then their kids automatically get free or reduced lunch. But the Trump administration's Big Beautiful Bill made historic cuts to those benefits, meaning fewer families will qualify for them. The Trump administration did not respond to multiple requests for comment, but a White House release from this summer writes, quote, SNAP was intended to be temporary help for those who encounter tough times. Now it's become so bloated that it's leaving fewer resources for those who truly need help. But that's not the sense for Alexia and Alize. They say these cuts hit home.
There is no reason that our next generation, the generation that's going to be taking care of us and providing for us, doesn't have the essential food to get them through the day.
The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates 3.2 million people will lose food stamp benefits over the next decade, including 800,000 adults who live with children ages 7 and older.
That's just something we shouldn't have to put on their plates as children.
Just food on the plate.
Just food. Just food.
From Madison, Vanessa Kelson.